So I'm an research associate from the chair of Transportation Systems Engineering, TU Munich, and I'm also a PhD candidate, basically working with the European project Momentum, and also I'm working on another project related to the International Graduate Center here in June.
Transport models help to predict the use of emerging mobility solutions like shared rides. What is special about these transport models and how can they help cities?
European cities, shared vehicles are shown to replace 2 to 5 private vehicles. If we consider the analysis within Momentum, when we developed a model for car ownership, we found out that the probability to own a private car reduces with an increase in car sharing supply, especially to own 2 or more cars. So these sharing systems, when introduced in an efficient way, can lead to positive results in cities.
You're also modeling the supply and demand of new mobility solutions like shared rides or e-scooters. What does supply and demand mean in this context? Why are such supply and demand models even necessary? Maybe you could elaborate on this a little bit.
In simple words, supply refers to the available transportation service, for example, infrastructure or vehicles, etc. While demand refers is more associated with travel, which is needed to perform an activity. Depending on the type of profession in the transportation world or the type of modeling one does, these terms could be related to different things. With regards to the traditional four-step model, the first 3 steps, which are trip generation, distribution, and more choice, fall under demand, while the fourth step, which is traffic assignment, is usually associated with supply. But to be true, it is a cost model which describes the relationship between the transportation cost and the different levels of demands. When there is a change in transportation supply, a natural phenomenon that can occur is people doing either more trips or less trips. This is called induced demand, and we have developed a model for this. Of course, this is one of the examples, and we have developed many more models like emission model or car ownership model or hybrid DTA models.
So existing momentum models also include a component of fleet management and sustainability. Why did you decide to include these parameters into the overall framework and how do they influence demand and supply?
When we talk about sharing systems, we need to model the task of providing and managing these services. For this, we need algorithms to schedule trips using the available fleets, basically to serve the customers. And this is exactly what we do within our fleet management component. We go a step beyond these operational models. We have also developed planning algorithms, basically to plan these services. For example, to locate stations or to decide the fleet size. We have designed a complex interaction between these two algorithms, basically the interaction between the planning algorithm on the one side and then the vehicle simulator on the other side. With regards to sustainability, we all know that cities are trying to improve the living standards and move towards sustainable transportation. The case studies in Momentum are no different. One of the aspects of sustainability is the emissions. Hence, we have developed models for emissions, both static and the dynamic ones.
How does supply and demand influence the fleet management parameters? Maybe you can elaborate on that again.
Okay, when we say supply, we refer here to the traffic assignment model. Let's say when we talk about fleet management, we also need to know about the travel times between different zones. And for this, we need to fetch the travel times from supply. So when the travel time changes, then the scheduling of the trip changes. On the other hand, the scheduling of the trip changes, then it has an effect on the travel time. So there is kind of an interaction between these two. When we consider the demand side, let's say I have assigned a shared mode for a guy, and if suppose the vehicle is not available for him, then we need to re-estimate the mode choice. So there is again an interaction between the demand side and the fleet management components.
Do you maybe have anything else you would like to add?
Yes, so besides the individual components that I have been mentioning until now, there is an interesting output from the Momentum project. We have designed an approach which stands in between the traditional four-step approach and the agent-based approaches. We have named it as an intermediate modeling approach, which basically combines the disaggregate procedures from the agent-based approaches with the four-step model.
Okay, thank you very much for our conversation, and then I wish you a good day.
Thank you, Niklas. It's a great pleasure answering your questions and sharing details about Momentum.